And we are underway at the Xfinity Center main gym. Nebraska's first swing comes from Harper Murray, and the dig from Lily Gunter, the libero for Maryland. An easy set down for the Huskers, getting on the board first in such an emotional game at Penn State. Up top it is Schnida, and Rodriguez got a paw on it. Back to Murray. Schnida's second round, and she terminates.
We'll see if they block her cross court in this first set.
Such a versatile match for Schnida, as
he's been riddled with injury, and now, you know, facing this very tough Nebraska team on their home court.
As an excuse.
One of the positive things is he's relied on younger players, and they have really elevated their game for Maryland. Can't get into a serve-pass rhythm game with this Nebraska team.
When they're in rhythm, they're impossible to stop. Beason with the back row, dug out. And Nebraska resets. Bergen Riley sets to Murray, and it bounces over the top of Gunter. Great over the first 9 weeks of Big Ten Conference play. We've got 24 hours to figure it out again.
You know, and John Cook was quoted saying he didn't think any team was going to go undefeated in this meat grinder of a conference. Going
undefeated in the Big Ten, winning a Big Ten championship, he said this for years. Maybe harder than winning the national title. 4-3 Nebraska, set one. Ends up in a free ball back. Good chance for Nebraska. And Jackson with the hammer. In hit percentage this year, leading the Big Ten at .453. Murray from the back row, able to get it over, but an easy set down for Dowler up top.
One setter will set in the back row. One of the cons to this is sometimes you get into a substitution situation where you've exhausted a lot of your substitutions. And
that is the big story in this matchup. Can their serving game disrupt the best passing team in the country? That ace was from Jana Spahn to even the set 5-5.
Weakest, and I really do think that Nebraska will try to exploit Maryland's middles.
Rodriguez was there for the Huskers. Swing for Landfair, and blocks right back to her.
This Nebraska team really needs Landfair to play strong.
John Cook said they just didn't get enough production kills from their pins in last night's loss to Penn State. Landfair hit under 100. Allick finds the donut.
Back on transition, gets up quickly, separates herself from the setter, and calls for the set. Those are the attributes of a really strong middle.
Hit .451 over her last 4 matches. Been swinging it really well. Allick sets it up. And terminated by Beason. Biggest roll of her career this season. Only setter out there right now. Huang sets it up. And Sire kills.
Opening that pin attacker to score.
Middle set cleaned up by Schnida. And a bump set up for Sire, blocked down and on the line for Nebraska.
Well, a great play by Nebraska to tip the ball into Schnida's lap, and you saw her extend. You're going to see it here to play the ball. She's no longer a setting option, and that's where Nebraska team is so disciplined. Take out the best hitter and know how to block the two that are remaining.
Yeah, left that open space, and they capitalized. Sire once again. Back set. And pounded down. That was Beason, looking like the #1 pick in the PVF draft. Could wrap up a pretty good week for her personally if she picks up a Big Ten championship tonight. She's going to Atlanta to play for the Vibe.
Love that set by Maryland. The B and the go, so the middle hitter is going up, and the set to the outside just goes over top. And it's really difficult. It puts a lot of pressure on the Nebraska team blocking-wise.
Maryland hanging in there so far. Harper Murray going down the line, and it's wide.
I think Adam Hughes mentioned that he wants his team to kind of play ugly. You don't want to get into a, you don't want Nebraska to get into a serve-receive rhythm here. And we'll see how they handle this ball.
That pinball's back, but out of bounds. End up keeping it in play for the time being. And the Beason serve sails long.
Different opponents, their backcourt anchored by Lexi Rodriguez is one of the best in the nation. So yeah, they're not going to take too many risks in serving out of bounds.
American, you talk to anybody on Nebraska's team, they love Lexi Rodriguez. And an ace for the Huskers. Schnitta comes in and rolls. Bergen Riley retrieves. Up to Landfair, cross court.
Right between zone 5 and 6, that left back area of the court. She hits it deep. That's a great shot.
Not the same numbers for Landfair this year, transferring over from Minnesota, but still adding a former Big Ten Player of the Year to a loaded roster.
23, she set foot at Nebraska. Her leadership and her dominance has been
the PVF, which has exploded over the last couple of years, like volleyball has.
And so that's going to be just so much fun to watch. That season's coming up in January.
Absolutely, January 9th, the first date to kick off that season. And Maryland responds with 3 straight points out of the break.
Getting some streaks here of service aces, and Schnitta's the girl to do it for Maryland.
If anybody in the nation's going to do it, it will be Schnitta.
Or shies away from her talent.
Kennedy Orr serving for Nebraska for the first time tonight. Swing from Scherer and terminates. Here earlier in the set, but back in. And an ace. Nebraska, the hardest team to ace in the country. And it's Spawn who sends this one in, as you see Dowler. Couple of aces already for Spawn tonight. And turned away. We're tied at 16. Couple of big blocks for Maryland here.
Ace with that dominating block by Maryland.
Landfair swings hard, but it can come right back at you hard as well. Dowler in on the block. Dump over from Riley, and she finds the floor. Audrey, she's been more offensive this year.
Yeah, I think she's just gained confidence in that. Remember, she's just a soft, give it away too soon, and then the defense eats it up. So good job by Bergen Riley to be an offensive threat in the front row.
She'll bump it all the way over to Beason. Landfair cleans up. 17 apiece, set 1. Down the line, off the dive. Sire couldn't keep it alive, and Nebraska retakes the lead.
You have to be disciplined on defense and one person go hard after the ball, knowing that it's their ball to get.
A friendly bounce off the tape for Olivia Mauk.
Of this back row defense for this Nebraska team.
Part of a loaded backcourt.
Played exceptionally well and was getting blocks, and backcourt defense was playing so well. So yeah, I mean, it was a rough night for Nebraska for sure.
8th nationally in hit percentage this year for the season at 289 and 282 in Big Ten play. Sire. And Bergen Riley could not salvage. Maryland stops the run 21-18.
Sire with a nice line shot, avoiding the block, going deep down the line.
Off the Dowler serve. Here come the Huskers with Allick, but it's out. Cook said if he could emphasize anything to his team as Rodriguez dives, it's limit those hitting errors. And there's another. Dowler once again. Ooh. Barely out. That looked close. Nebraska up 2. Huang, Sire. And the dig from Rodriguez. Beason tip over the top. In the middle. Nebraska reloads with Murray. Locked down, and Nebraska can't keep it up. Maryland within 1.
For this very experienced Nebraska team, but that one just did not go their way.
Back set, it's Beason whipping it down to the floor. Front for the last couple of years. 4 kills tonight. Nebraska up 2, set 1. Beason kept it alive momentarily, but it's a kill for Schnitta, and Maryland hanging around. Schnitta, again, the top attack option for Maryland all season, along with being the top server in the country. Jackson sliding, but was turned away. We're tied at 23.
Missing that one.
It is crunch time in set one. Jackson again. Blocked again, but cleaned up by Rodriguez. Murray goes long, and Maryland has set point. After the timeout from John Cook, Lily Gunter at the line. Set point, Maryland. It's Murray. And rolls it down, 24 apiece.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Exploit the defense.
And serving. Cuts it across, and Maryland will have a second set point. Adam Hughes said her nerves have worn off as she has taken a bigger role. Schnida. Received well by Rodriguez. It's Landfair. Keeps this going.
It's a great pass off of a really tough serve by Schnida again. Confidence that Lexi Rodriguez shows in tight moments is just exceptional. And here you see a nice high point of contact well over the block and deep into the cross-court corner.
Landfair will have some of the highest contact in the country. Service error gives it right back to Maryland. Some unusual plays with the blocks we've seen from Maryland. Service errors, 3 of them for Nebraska here in the first set. Unusual. Can the Terps close it out here? The freshman share. Tough serve. Landfair. It's out. Maryland takes set 1 against Nebraska. The Huskers everything to play for tonight, but it's the home team on senior day striking first. Their first set win against Nebraska since 22.
Yep, volleyball is a game of errors, and you want to minimize the number of errors on your side of the net. For Nebraska, just keeping the grind going in that first set, really taking advantage of some poor play from Nebraska.
You have to limit the hitting errors, and they did not do that in set 1.
See how Maryland responds after getting that shocking win in the first set. That was a nail-biter right to the end.
Yeah, can you sustain it? Bergen Riley popped it up, and a free ball back to Maryland. Scherer back on the tape to Maryland. Other side, Schnida. Here's Murray with a free ball. Russ will set it up for Schnida. Turned away. Allie Williams kept it alive. Maryland crowd loving it. And Beason ends it.
It just went cross court, just out of reach there of Huang. But a great rally.
Maryland is really scrapping to start.
Right hip is towards the net, reaching back to the center of the court.
3 blocks already for Beason tonight. Set 2 was the strong set for Nebraska against Penn State last night, 25-14. In a 4-set loss. Jackson, the solo block.
Yeah, that play
for Nebraska and John Cook. Maryland leading 1-0. They took set 1, 27-25. And Schnida, out of the timeout, sends it down to pull the Terps back within 4 early set 2.
Love the set by Zoe Huang.
And Maryland will incorporate a 5-2 with Dowler and Huang. Here's Murray.
But I've seen her rebound, and at the tail end of sets or tail end of matches, she brings it on. So we'll see if she can work her way out of this. Not the best hitting performance by Harper Murray so far.
Does have 5 kills, but that percentage below 100 right now for Murray. Here's Beason. Really good placement, but cleaned up by the Terps, ends up in a free ball. And Beason finishes this time.
Only neutral with her body, but mentally she is just level-headed. I really appreciate that in her setting. Took a lot of time to set up in front of her.
Maryland down to 3 healthy pin players at this point. Second ace for Murray, leading Nebraska in aces this year. Back row Schnida, Rodriguez got it. Back row Murray. And blocked down by the Terps.
Adam Hughes is coaching up his team, making adjustments as don't have to worry so much about postseason. This is the most important match to Maryland, coming off a not so great season, 5-.
Over Nebraska as Sire sailed it long. Serve for the Huskers. Over the top. And back to Landfair. Dowler sets it up top for Schnittar. And a kill.
Block into the court. Boy, she's having a great match.
Service error for Rohrbach. They go for a share of the Big Ten title tonight with a win. Riley across the way for Beason, and that is money. Set one loss, 27-25. Huskers in command, set two up 13-6 with a Big Ten title on the line tonight. Riley to Beason and make it 9 kills on 14 swings.
And why not? Great set selection by Riley to go back to the hot hand here. Nice transition dig here. Lots of options to go to, but why not go to 13 in red. Beason, again, having herself quite the night.
John Cook called her a gift. Second year with Nebraska after transferring from Florida. It's a little bit more like the Nebraska team we expected tonight after a heartbreaking loss and a chance to clinch outright at Penn State last night, losing in 4.
Things are they saying? You're seeing an elevated level of communication on Nebraska's side of the net.
Murray to Landfair, ended up as an overpass, but Nebraska will try again. Landfair the swing.
In the perimeter of the court.
Reaching tip. Riley sets. Allick. Maryland an in-system chance, at least it looked like it. Sire had to reach back. 7-0 run for the Huskers. Can they chase it down? Murray did. Sire waited. Here's Riley to Beason. Sends it down.
And then here you see the finish. Great shot again, right in the seam of that block.
8-0 run for the Huskers. What a response.
The setter and Sire has been off. Sam Sire's almost jumping back to get the ball, so we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
10 kills on their first 15 swings without an error.
Lots of talk between Beason and Rebekah Allick.
Schnittar got a decent swing on it, but it goes. Nebraska crew, one of the best classes in program history. That maturity has helped them handle situations like this where maybe they do drop a set and are tense to start. And they've seemed to loosen up quite a bit.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of guessing what Harper Murray is saying here as she is in that huddle with her team. She just is having an off night, and it will be interesting to see where her headspace is. And can she work her way out of this? Even if she's not swinging well, can she pass and play defense? Other aspects of her game, can she elevate those? And then hopefully the swinging on the left side will follow suit.
And with the production of Beason, just her second attack error there. Still has 10 kills tonight. Beason has carried Nebraska to this set 2 seeming victory if they do hold on, although it has a couple points in a row.
And I love that mantra. She says, I would pick myself even on my worst day. It helps me keep my confidence up. And, Harper Murray, certainly a huge part of this Nebraska team. And I love the fact that she leans on Lexi Rodriguez in tough spots as well.
Seem to talk to any Husker, and Rodriguez is that mom figure, the calming presence. And there's a block. Allick and Beason. Nebraska doubling up Maryland in set 2.
Nebraska's block is definitely coming alive here in the second set. They're putting pressure on Maryland, forcing Maryland's setter off the net, which definitely helps the blocking team scheme against the offense of Maryland.
And here's Rodriguez at the line. Great response for the Huskers after dropping set 1 by 2, 27-25. Scherer swings for Maryland, and another block. Jackson in the mix this time.
A beautiful block by Nebraska. The ball is under set, and you're going to see Beason here lining up perfectly. See how she just provides a stable base for the middle to come, get hip to hip, and then that is a serious block by Jackson.
Service error from Rodriguez. Side for Lexi after that one. But Nebraska did have 16 blocks against Penn State last night. That part of their game was strong. The middles specifically, they just weren't able to capitalize at the pins.
Yeah, and I honestly think for Penn State, Caroline Jaravicious, she took control of the match. It was her best performance of her college career, a former Husker. She just played out of her mind. I'm not sure Nebraska really anticipated the dominance on the right side by Jaravicious.
If not for Jaravicious's amazing performance, Penn State probably doesn't win the match.
Oh, I agree.
Instead, they clinched a share of a Big Ten title last night. Jackson goes a little bit wide, and Nebraska's still 2 points away.
Yeah, and these are not typical errors that you're seeing. Usually Jackson is money, either on that quick attack in front of the setter or the slide. So things a little off, but there's plenty of room here to capture this second set for Nebraska.
Still very comfortable. In the middle, Jackson popped up. Beason's been the go-to. And it ends up Nebraska point.
Oh, Beason has been a boss for Nebraska in this second set, playing almost flawlessly here, really being the leader and the go-to on that right pin.
$11 kills and hitting .400, trying to close out set 2. Beason back row. She's the boss again. Nebraska answers emphatically in the second set, and we're tied in College Park.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
That was rough.
That is a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Football has been spectacular all year. Ohio State still probably in the playoff. You would expect still a chance at a national championship, and that's the goal for Nebraska this year. Big Ten championship on their mind tonight, going for their first national title since 2017.
And what I appreciate there about 27 Harper Murray is even though her offense isn't going her way tonight, boy, her defense sure is. She's lining up beautifully, getting points off of her block, which is equally as important as offense.
Yeah, even if the attack isn't going, that shows the growth of her as a player, as a sophomore. Staying engaged in other ways as Maryland tries to stay engaged in the third. We talked about her connection with John Cook, and through some of the well-documented challenges that she's had over the past year on and off the court, he has really been a mentor for her and stood by her. And Murray goes off the block. Maybe that gets her going.
Well, yeah, I think it will. I think you just have to get into a rhythm and then just tap into your confidence. And, you know, I think she's a spectacular player, one of my favorite players on this Nebraska team. And I love how she just has taken tough times that went her way and just has been able to turn things around for herself. Attacking with both the right and left is critical for setters.
Is that type of tip in your arsenal?
Oh, yes, it was one of my favorites, yes. We haven't seen the deep tip to the corner. I know Bergen Riley loves to do that as well. So I just love when setters keep the block honest by throwing in some tips or even attacks if you've got a lefty setter. That's always fun.
Dowler, a crafty fifth-year senior, playing in her 138th career match with Maryland tonight, her final in college. Sire block, kept it up, not for long. Nebraska first to 15.
Well, what you're seeing right now is Dowler chasing down balls. So the first contact for Maryland is not right at the net, but even when it is, Maryland's middle presence really isn't there offensively. So it does make the block for Nebraska shine as they're really focusing on the pin hitters.
There's another block for the Huskers. Dominant tonight.
Now let's take a look at this again. Ball is off the net, and there you see number 17, Rohrbach, for Maryland, hitting right into the teeth of the block, going low seam.
Landfair got a giant chunk of it. Sire cross court, and it goes wide.
And this was the story for Nebraska in set one, the hitting errors, the frustration errors. Now we're starting to see that from Maryland here in this third set. Lots of unforced errors. That ball, you have to swing hard and in court.
Over the top of the back row, free ball from Gunter. Timing way off, and Allick pays it off.
Well, there you see why the timing is so important, especially if you're trying to run a fast offense. And Maryland just saved that ball by passing it over the net, but that's a free ball for Nebraska, and they will score on that. Lots of smiles, again, tons of positive energy on Nebraska's side of the net.
Landfair pushes just wide. Between Landfair and Lindsey Krause, it's going to be interesting to see if Nebraska can get one of those two going as they head into postseason play.
Yeah, you know, and either one, when they get going, they are awesome. It's just been a little interesting to see how Landfair has great matches and then sort of is quiet as she is in this one. But Krause, she is waiting and hungry to get on the court for Nebraska.
Yeah, she hasn't been on the court tonight. It's been Landfair the entire way. Usually you see Krause for at least a little while. Played one set last night, had 3 kills, Krause did. While Landfair had 6 in the loss to Penn State, giving the Nittany Lions at least a share of the Big Ten championship. Middle Allick in the dig from Gunter. Set up for Schnitta, and got a touch.
Schmidt just shining athletically in this play. I love the lead. Take a look at where she's taking off from and where she lands. And then going deep cross court, that ball was right in the corner for Nebraska. There's not a defense that is set up to dig a ball that's right in the corner.
They go to the middle once again with Allick. You talked about the middles being a really key component to this match, and Nebraska's are starting to take over. Four kills tonight for Allick and 7 blocks. There she is again.
Yeah, Rebekah Allick is just staying home, balanced, knees bent, hands high, just waiting for this. Take a look. Hands nice and high, reaching over the net. And again, the key to being a great offensive middle is not to hit straight ahead. That comes from the setter. They have to drift their set slightly so that it allows middles to hit angles. But boy, this block is just smothering the offense of Maryland right now. Nowhere for them to go.
They've got 15. That was Beason. 16 all of last night against Penn State. Looks like they're gonna shatter it. Rodriguez dove. What a play from the senior. Sire again off the top of the block. Harper Murray downhill, but a little, oh, she got a touch. Goes long, but a touch gives it to Nebraska and Murray.
Now, Nebraska doing an exceptional job. We already talked about the stuff block, but getting positive touches on the ball to slow down the swings. Take a look at that. Nice touch off the block, able to transition and score.
This set two, what we've seen from Nebraska basically all year. Recovering after a set one loss to Maryland tonight. What a reaction from Malk. Blocked again. This is ridiculous right now for the Huskers.
Right now, defense is just going off here. I love that coverage by Malk. Always such a great boost as a hitter when you know the defense is set up and covering behind you.
Set point in the third, 24-8. In a fitting way to close set three. Going for their first title since 2017, and you mentioned the non-conference and the ranked wins in Stanford. They beat Louisville, Arizona State, Creighton, Kentucky, all of those ranked non-conference wins. And if you look at quality of loss on the road against SMU and Penn State, a couple of top 10 RPI teams. So Nebraska certainly still in the mix for #1. Riley leading the nation, rather Big Ten. And assists per set, top 10 in the nation. Back sets for Beason, who sledgehammers it off the Maryland block.
Merritt Beason, I am so impressed by you, young lady.
Is that a tease for your awards later on? Set one, 27-25. They win this fourth, they win a share of a Big Ten championship. Allick with the punch, blocked right back to her. She got the block. Now it's Schnida. Up top for Murray. And down to the ground, 4-0 Huskers.
There's a nice hammer by Harper Murray on that left pin. Look at how hard she works to get off the net, calls for it, adjusts. She's got some of the best feet in the conference. I like how she moves to the wherever the ball is set and jumps straight up. So such a talented athlete with quick feet.
She was hitting a negative percentage early in the match, but she's never had a match where she's hit a negative percentage at Nebraska through about 2 years. So no surprise that she has responded. Gunter serving for Maryland, coming off their first point of the set. Back to Murray. And just out, no touch.
Nebraska is challenging if there was a touch.
Oh, yeah.
As the head coach of Maryland. Winning seasons in each of the last 3, but Maryland will come up just short this year, coming in 14-16. And Nebraska extends the lead to 5. Nebraska is cruising. Lexi Rodriguez sends us back to action. Maryland tries to claw back. They'll need more of that from Katie Scherer.
Yeah, a little roll shot there right in between the defenders, and that is a ball that you don't often see Lexi Rodriguez just be flat-footed for. She typically runs those balls down, so it's a good break there for Maryland.
Service error makes it 7-2 Nebraska. Scherer didn't play much the first month, didn't play at all in October, and when Sydney Bryant went down with injury, one of those pins for Maryland, Scherer stepped in, and over the course of November, she has been very impactful in giving the Terps and Adam Hughes a lot of hope for the future. Ace for Nebraska and Beason.
Beason putting pressure again on Schnida on serve receive, and then this is a ball where obviously there's got to be a non-setter playing the ball. Typically it's the libero Gunter, but she bumped hips with Schnida, and so a non-setter has to come in and take that ball by communicating and talking that they're going to take that second ball.
Beason the dig here. Jackson sliding. What a recovery from Malk, waiting for it. Maryland kept it up. That dive from Scherer. Jackson this time finishes. There's so much power in that swing.
So impressive. I cannot wait to see what this sophomore does with her volleyball career. I feel like she's got national team written all over her. I mean, take a look at the speed and then the dominance of that arm swing. It's just a whip. It's so impressive.
And Beason went over the line. But Andy Jackson, we mentioned she's a very intense athlete. She's always been that way. When she was 15 years old at a tournament in Colorado, she was getting triple blocked. And she came out of the match absolutely furious, went to her club coach telling her, I'm going to make them pay. I'm going to make their hands hurt. And we've seen her answer a couple of times after getting blocked tonight with bigger swings. Simple push there for Jackson. And there's the Nebraska block once again. 18 blocks tonight to tie their season high.
And that's just so frustrating as an attacker when you kind of second guess your shots and maybe you're taking a little bit off, but that time the ball is hit high. It's just that Jackson, she just elevates higher than the attacker and she's able to take up a lot of space along that net.
Such a huge disparity really impacting this match.
Love that lefty swing by Sydney Dowler, the setter, taking this ball and just getting her feet to the ball and then just ripping it cross court. That's a key play by Dowler.
Saw a reverse tip. We saw a different look there. Staying offensive. As Maryland tries to hang in. Jackson just obliterates it.
It's a great pass to allow the middle to be run there, and take a look at the perfect placement there in between the middle blocker and the right side blocker, and a thunderous hit there by Andy Jackson. She is going to be a star. She already is a star, but internationally, or if she plays in the Pro Volleyball Federation, she is going to be an absolute star at the next level.
No doubt. That swing for Sire. There's Maryland to 5. And Nebraska going for a share of a Big Ten championship tonight. And they need 14 points to lock it up. We've seen Beason take over, Jackson, Allick with the block. The balance for Nebraska is what really makes them a top-flight national championship contender. Dive for Spawn. Ends up on the floor in favor of Nebraska.
Well, that was a great dig by Jonna Spawn, just laying out in the right back area of the court. Love to see that, but unable to transition and get that one to an attacker.
Spawn a sophomore, but Maryland honoring 8 seniors tonight, playing in their final match of their collegiate career. Beason got a touch, and Nebraska expands the lead to 8. One of the best teams in the country, so that's part of the reasoning.
Well, the last time a setter was named Player of the Year and Setter of the Year, 2018, Samantha Seliger Swenson, and then Lauren Carlini in 2014. And I'll tell you what, Sarah Franklin for Wisconsin, I kept going back and forth with her getting Big Ten Player of the Year again this year, but I just had to go with that one right there. Number 2, Bergen Riley. I love everything about her as a player.
No setter bias whatsoever. From former All-American setter Audrey Law. Riley with the service error. She looks so effortless with her entire game.
Well, John Cook calls her the silent killer. You kind of take for granted all the little things that she does so well, but she will kill you in terms of running an offense that's going to be masterfully conducted. She's got all kinds of ability, and right now she's got all kinds of hitters to go to.
Adam Hughes said that's what makes Nebraska so hard to deal with. It reminds him of some of the Penn State teams that he coached back in the day. can look at numbers to try and figure out a game plan, but they scheme to the other opponents until the court is clear. For Malk, who has 4 aces tonight, went on a huge run earlier in the match. In system, Nebraska, Allick sends it home.
Even though Malk didn't get an ace there, did you see how the setter for Maryland was running off the net? That's because of Malk's pressure in serving. I just love the way she's able to pick apart the serve-receive team, either going after players in seams, going high on their chest on the serve.
The depth in the backcourt for Nebraska is just absurd. As Beason goes across the way and finds the perfect spot.
Yeah, hitting between 2 players and neither one going for the ball is not the defensive effort that Maryland needs to show here in the 4th set. That ball going between 2 players, right front, right back. You've got to have 2 people going hard for that ball.
Career high in aces for Malk, still serving. Schnitda, no. Rodriguez will send it up to Murray. Riley chooses Beason. Big for Huang. Russ the finish.
Hey, good things happen when you dig a ball, and right there, scramble play by Maryland. They come up on top to get that 8th point. Again, that's the fight that coach wants to see. Hughes loves defensive effort in the backcourt. He saw it there on that play.
Can only imagine what's running through the minds of players like Russ playing in their final collegiate match. You experienced that at one point. What's it like?
Yeah, it's emotional. You know, senior night for players, families, the dedication that they've had through high school and club, it's hard to handle. So never really understood the emotion behind it until I lived through it with my daughter Logan, who just finished up her playing career at Xavier University out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, you see the emotional side of it from a parent's perspective now. You got the player's perspective when you were at Ohio State. It's Audrey Flaw, I'm Jack Kaiser. Glad to have you with us on Big Ten Network as Nebraska is 7 points away from a share of a Big Ten championship. There's the block once again, season high for Nebraska.
Yeah, it's just a wall right now. The offense is being run off the 10-foot line. So again, Nebraska's stellar block, able to line up perfectly. Really no middle attack either to hold the middle blocker, and that's why you're seeing such a lopsided score here. Look at the blocking numbers, 20-4.
Oof. Jackson's got 7, Beason 9, Allick 11. And they are the first to the red zone by a mile, 5 points away.
Remember, this win for Nebraska is for a share of that Big Ten championship, that title. So this is a huge one for them. I'm sure they're going to be celebrating here if they win this 4th one.
Scherer goes long, and Nebraska climbs closer. An early season loss to SMU, and just started rolling after that. 25-match win streak. But you go to a hostile environment like Rec Hall and a true top 5 team in Penn State, anything can happen. Slow start tonight, but Nebraska's back to looking like perhaps the top team in the country when they are right.
Nice swing there by Harper Murray, going high. I love her reach. There you're going to see Harper Murray stepping off the court. This is not a typical substitution for Nebraska.
High fives all around for Murray as Nebraska waits to celebrate a Big Ten championship. Rodriguez goes out of bounds.
We should mention number 22 for Nebraska, Krause, is in, taking over that spot for Harper Murray.
Yeah, first playing time for Krause tonight. Big part of Nebraska this year and throughout her career, embraced the challenge of playing alongside Taylor Landfair, transferring into the program. Schnitto with a hard serve. Again, the top server in the country. Nebraska has handled her well tonight. They're up to 23.
Merritt Beason. I almost called her Eric Beason. Not sure why I did that. But, you know, she has been the consistent force for Nebraska since the first whistle, and she has never faltered. Not only her swing, but what she's doing defensively with the block is certainly such a strong point. I just, again, can't tell you how much I like the play of Beason tonight, just being that steady force for her team.
19 kills. What effort from Nebraska in the backcourt. Couldn't keep it up. But Beason with 19 kills, hitting .471. 10 blocks. Double-double with blocks for Beason tonight. And leading Nebraska to the brink right now of a 4-set win and a Big Ten title. Final moments of the season for Maryland. Spawn serves. Kept up by Choboy. Krause tapped. Right back to Krause. Off the slide, it's net, and it is match point Nebraska.
John Cook putting in Layla Blackwell. Again, getting his seniors some time there on the court. A real great move by John Cook.
Blackwell recently selected in the PVF draft as well. Match point for a share of a Big Ten championship. It is Krause. And the service error will extend just a little bit.
Yeah, it's so hard when you're cold and you're coming off the bench and then having to serve. I mean, it's just a tough spot. Krause wishes she could get that one back, though.
Landfair sends it down. A resilient response for Nebraska. And the Huskers clinch a share of their 5th Big Ten championship.
I think just being experienced, we've learned a lot individually and as a team. And last year and this year, we've kind of just been trying to take each match and learn as we go. And I think having games under our belt where we did really good or where we got tested, maybe we lost like last night, we've just tried to continue to learn from each and every match. And I think that's what's helping us in these games like this where we might get tested at first and then we have to respond.